All right, boys and girls, Motor One and their Spied photos have encountered in the wild the new upcoming Shelby GT500. It looks like it might be a complete game changer. If you own a GT500, let me know. If you're a fan of the GT500, let me know in the comments and I will read you guys. So since 2023, the S650, we've been waiting for like a really hardcore Shelby model. And that's what the article goes to say. Rumors of a high performance muscle car have been circulating for years, but nothing has made it official. Look, I honestly don't know what other muscle car you're waiting for. The GT500 is amazing. The GT350 is amazing. The Track R is amazing. The KR is amazing. Like, what more of a muscle car can you be waiting for? But yeah, absolutely, you can't get more muscly when it comes to American muscle. Anyway, so let's just get started. What is going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are rocking with the content, hit that thumbs up and the subscribe for your boy. Let's keep on rocking. All right, so we got this picture here. This is from Motor One, and we obviously see it here with the camo in the back, but we see the whole front completely covered. And what does that tell us? That maybe the front fascia might be completely different. As for the wheels, we don't see anything in carbon fiber here. We just see some regular alloy wheels. We obviously can see some big brakes as we look at it here. But we do see that big mesh just covering the front end, which obviously leads to tell us that maybe the front fascia, it will be completely rechanged. By the way, if you guys just getting into automotive new, this is called a mule. This is called a test mule. So let's cover up a little bit of the article. It says, our Spied photographer, managed to snag some detailed photos of this camouflage GT500 prototype stalking around the streets ahead of the reveal likely to take place later this year. The front fascia wears a thick layer of netting and tarp to conceal changes to the front end, though we can see a wider opening for the upper and lower grille, which obviously we can, as well as some outer bulges on the hood. The back looks to be, look, the back is actually pretty covered too. We're looking at it here in the article. The back looks pretty covered too, but and the exhaust looks super skinny. Obviously, again, this is a test mule. The exhaust looks super skinny, so don't even look at that, because that's not how it's going to come out. But the back might have some changes as it is covered. We do see a wing. We do see the same lights in the back. If you look at it from this point, probably doesn't look that much unchanged. It says the rear is more of the same, with a makeshift blanket covering the bumper, and if it is, it's because it's something different. And a polka dot camouflage on the fenders of the trunk lid. The thin exhaust pipe are clearly not production ready, while the wing looks to be lifted straight from the lesser Mustang GT. I'm a big fan of wings, but not too big, to be honest with you. Now, the wheels and tires are the most fascinating thing, so let's break this down. It's riding on 305 30-20s in the front and 315 30-20s in the rear. Not much bigger in the rear, but those are the same exact size found on the last generation GT500. The tires themselves are the Pirelli P0 RS with the prototype use only text on the sidewall. It says, unlike the GT500, we don't see any carbon fiber wheels. We see a traditional alloy wheels. Even the brake caliper is covered up to see, or to not even know what is actually there. So there's no official word yet on what engine power the GT500 will have, but we have a pretty good idea of what to expect thanks to a leak union memo from the Dearborn Engine Plant in Michigan. The documents, whose contents were confirmed by the Detroit Press, the Free Press. This is getting interesting. Though internal resources show plans to produce an engine nicknamed the Legend. Okay. The plant currently builds a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 in the Raptor R. The same motor powered the last GT500, making 760 and 625 feet-pound of torque. It makes sense for the factory to supply the next car with something with that same engine too, but definitely probably more powerful. Now, it's not surprised that hopefully we can see the GT500 over 800 horsepower, probably matching the Mustang GTD. Yeah, absolutely. It would be great if Shelby actually put their touches in the Mustang GTD. That would be insane. That might be a vehicle that would probably fetch $1 million. But anyways, this is the picture here. Front fascia covered completely, and it is completely covered all the way to the bumper. Completely covered. And just as we scroll through them, it's just completely unchanged. As you can see in this one here, completely covered in the back. But it's actually good, though. We can see it on the streets already riding. And hopefully we could get a detailed, not a detailed, but hopefully we could get a debut later this year. Anyways, small little fun video today. If you guys are fans of the GT500 or the GT350, if you're a fan of Shelby, let me know what you guys think. If you have more info on it, let me know, because I'm a huge fan of Mustangs. Mustangs are my go-to. So to see this in the wild and get pictures of it, it's pretty cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. I'll see you boys on the next one.